Now, we're talking about the bank of mum and dad this morning. How often do you find yourself forking out for money for your kids or grandchildren so they can get by, basically? A report by Legal & General has found over a quarter of all UK property transactions are funded by relatives, putting parents and grandparents on a par as the 9th biggest mortgage lender in the UK. In 2017, the Bank of Mum and Dad will lend over £6.5 billion, up 30% from £5 billion in 2016, providing deposits for over 298,000 mortgages. Well, here in the Northwest, an average £23,000 is given for each Bank of Mum and Dad transaction. These people on the streets of Lancashire say they're always lending money to their kids.
It's my daughter, she's a single parent, struggles to manage. She has 3 children, but you never get it back. Yeah, she does work, yeah. Yeah, she does work. Yeah, she works at hospital, but she never just seems to have enough money to last month. In point of fact, today, she's rung us up this morning. We've had to go out because she was stuck in her car with no petrol. And I've lost count at number of times she's done that. No money. We had to pay for petrol.
What mum and dads are for?
Yeah. Are they?
They come and they say to you, can I borrow? And they borrow and that's it.
Yeah.
I've never really had problems with my grandchildren that way, but...
Karen will give it you back if she's got some money. Yeah. She'll give it you back.
It doesn't come back in the whole sum that you give it.
No, you get it back in bits and pieces.
Yeah. But you do get it back eventually. Yeah, when Julie got her house, my daughter lives in Ripon, and they could get the mortgage, but they couldn't put the deposit together, so that's what we transferred the money to them for the deposit. And that's 20 years ago. So it was happening then.
Yeah.
So
Still does,
we got it back. Yeah. But yeah, it even happened 20 years ago. It's not just happening now.
When we got ours, we only need to put £600 down for our deposit. Now it's like 60,000, isn't it?
My house was £2,300 50 years ago. And I had to put 250. Well, we had to put 250 down.
Now it's 250,000, isn't it?
Well, this is it. This is the problem. It's the money that the kids can't have, and half at the time you can't give them that much. You can give them a few thousand, but you can't give them as much as that, and something needs doing about it. The first time buyers. You can't spend it on
you can't spend it on your own children. Well,
that's it.
What can you spend it on? I haven't got any, but if I could, I would do. I'll give them my last penny.
There we are. A morning to their Julie. You might be listening this morning. Earlier, the Director of Housing Strategy at Legal & General, Stephen Smith, told us that saving for the deposit for a house is the biggest issue for first-time buyers.
I think the interesting point that one of your ladies in the Vox Pop you did mentioned, it wasn't that her daughter couldn't afford the mortgage payments, it's that she couldn't afford to save up the deposit. And that's the real problem today. Rents are high, young people's wages relative to what they were 15, 20 years ago are lower, and therefore they're having great difficulty saving up that initial deposit to make that first step.
Well, joining me in the studio is Adrian Wood, the owner of Euxton Mortgage Market, an independent mortgage broker. Good morning.
Morning.
The Bank of Mum and Dad sounds quite competitive.
Very much so. It's getting a bit more of a bigger problem in the financial world we live in.
Yeah.
Bank of Mum and Dad is bigger now than it ever has been.
Is it a sustainable way of lending, though?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, we're a victim of what's happened in the housing market and the financial markets and the lack of funding of higher percentage mortgages. And all the schemes and everything there that's helped to boost it doesn't get away from the fact buyers need deposits.
Yeah.
You need some money to get on the housing ladder, and you've got bigger house prices now than you've ever had. So your first-time buyer average now is, I see in our offices with the real Lancashire people, at 150 grand.
Right.
So that's a big deposit for a first-time buyer.
Yes, it's huge, isn't it? So the Bank of Mum and Dad, the Bank of Grandma and Grandad helps out.
Yes.
You kind of see how long can this carry on for, because the young couple or whoever moving into the house, they're not going to be able to do that for their kids, are they?
No, it's this problem where the growth in the housing market has been the grandparents. Like you say, we see grandparents and parents getting involved. They've got the equity from the housing boom that we've had in past. But unless we have that boom again, what are the current generation going to get? They've got a long struggle ahead to do the same for their children. So, yeah, is it sustainable? not really.
Yeah, and you talked about the problems in the housing market. Basically, we don't have enough houses, do we? And we don't have enough houses for first-time buyers, do we?
No, your first-time buyers is the key. If we can get them on the housing ladder and them going towards home ownership, we're going in the right direction. There's a lot out there that are trying, so a lot of the schemes are there to help people on the ladder. But when your average house price is quite high, your deposits are quite high, it's tough. It's tough for them. And there needs to be more of them.
Yeah. But I imagine in your business, without mum and dad helping first-time buyers, you would find quite a big problem, wouldn't you?
Yeah, not all of our business is from first-time buyers.
No.
We help anybody related to mortgages. But, yes, we see at least half of the people that are buying needing some form of help from parents. So we're seeing a large portion of people relying on grandparents and parents to get on that housing ladder.
And I imagine a lot of parents or grandparents lend thinking, I'm not going to see this money again, or if I do, not for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, a lot of them actually come to us with the first-time buyers, so with the sons and the daughters, and they want to know what they're getting involved in, and they want to know the different outputs in terms of, is it right to gift the money and potentially never see it back? Should they get involved in some form of arrangement to repay this money? But a lot of them are doing it on the knowledge that if they don't get them on the housing ladder now, with the way that it's going, are they ever going to get on their own? Are they ever going to get that ultimate home ownership without their help? And are they likely to see it back?
Okay. Probably. Adrian, thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
That's Adrian Wood joining us from Euxton Mortgage Market, an independent mortgage broker. Thanks for joining us. Right now, 18 minutes after 8.